I feel like there's no reason, but I think this week was a rough week.
It was a strange week.
Since last weekend, since from the weekend and then leading into the week where we're kind of off, we got into an argument, and we're fine now. But we didn't talk for a day.
Yeah, it felt like honestly, it felt like we were arguing for a week.
Yeah.
It felt like that day. I don't even think it was a full 24 hours. Maybe it was, but it felt like I did not see you or speak to you.
Yeah.
For.
Because we don't even bicker. We don't fight.
No.
So when we do.
No, we bicker. Like we get annoyed if we're hangry or something.
Yeah.
But we haven't fought like that since that one time that I punched you in the face. So.
And that was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was so.
I did not punch him in the face this time, by the way.
Well,
I have kids now, so
yeah,
can't behave that way anymore.
Our fighting is more silent treatment.
Which I think is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
We don't
than
fight and shout and name
screaming.
call and be passive aggressive.
No.
At least when one of us is upset, we separate ourselves, so we don't bring it into the home.
Yeah.
But we're fine now.
Yeah.
So, what's up? We actually we filmed something last night or 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
But it was 10 o'clock at night.
The energy was so low. We
Yeah.
were like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
Yeah. But what we're talking about is a good topic, because we got into the discussion of asking is happiness a skill? And I asked you what your thoughts on this. So why don't you just recap what you think?
I think yes, happiness is a skill. I remember at one point in our relationship, you used to tell me, not in a mean way, because I know some people are going to come at us and say, "Oh, he's so mean to you," but in a way that. Anyway, so I don't want you to think that he said it in any way, but he would be like, I don't think you know how to be happy. And I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. I didn't know how to be happy because my mindset was always fixed on the negative. It was always, what am I lacking? What can I do better? What can I strive for next?
Yeah.
Instead of how am I content and fulfilled in the moment right now.
Right.
So yeah, I do think happiness is a skill.
Yeah, and I never really thought of happiness in that kind of way as something that requires effort, because I'm generally a positive, upbeat person. And as you get older, you meet so many different people and you realize that being positive and optimistic is sort of rare. Like, you don't really bump into a lot of people who are just naturally positive. And then as you get older and you start facing more challenges in life, it becomes more challenging to just be happy all the time and to be positive. And then I remember that I had to start, being mindful and taking time in the day to take deep breaths and reminding myself to be grateful,
right,
and reminding myself to be content with what I have, because we're both very ambitious, driven people, and a lot of times we push off for happiness to that future goal, to that future accomplishment. And there's always this balance between being content with what you have, but then also being not ambitious, but being goal driven,
right?
But
like striving for more,
right? But not telling yourself, I can't be happy or I can't enjoy my life until I get there.
Yes.
Because for me, I remember before I had the gym and I was a trainer, I genuinely thought that once I opened this gym, that's it. I'm gonna ride off into the sunset. And
we're gonna be rich.
And then we're gonna be rich and everything is solved, because that's all I've ever wanted to do, is to have my own business, be my own boss. And as soon as that happened before I was 30, it's like, boom, I win life before 30, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I was so naive. That 8 years that I had that business was so rough. Don't get me wrong. I met so many people, made lifelong friends.
Yeah.
I learned so many things about entrepreneurship or running a business and organization and a lot of things. But when you achieve something that you've wanted to achieve for a long time, your goal, and you're a business owner, you think, and the funny thing is people used to come to us and be like, you guys are so lucky, man, you got your own business, life must be good. And there's so many challenges that come with it. So I remember, like, when we were like 4 years or 3 years into the business and things were really rough, thinking, man, I wish for this. I'm like living my dream, and I've never been. Not that I was unhappy because I was still young, but it was hard to be. It was hard to be happy.
It was rough.
Yeah.
It was very rough. But I will say though, if you have something like depression, having that skill set to become a happy person is extremely difficult and sometimes impossible for some people.
Yeah.
So I think yes, it is a skill, but at the same time, if you have a condition, it makes it a lot harder.
So what do you do then? If it's a skill, what do you do to uplift your mood or put yourself in a positive state?
Well, I think you need to have somebody in your life who's supportive and understands you. But I think you also need to start looking inwards and figuring out what it is that will make you get out of the slumps easier. So for me, I know that I need exercise. I need to eat healthy, even though when I'm depressed, I do not feel like it. And I know that I need to have somebody to talk to and a support system, and I need a breather. So if I do those things, if I do all of the right things, I also need to sleep. So if I'm not getting sleep, then it will make everything a lot worse. But I find that if I'm not doing all of those things, I will fall into my slumps for like 2 months at a time. While as if I go and I confide in you, let's say, and I let you know, hey, you know, I'm going through an episode right now and I'm having a really hard time. And then, you know, I cry for 20 minutes or however long I sob for. And then I pick myself up and I start putting all the things into place that I know will make me feel better, even though I have to force myself to do it. So I'll put on makeup. So I posted a depression photo the other day and I was fully made up, and I'm sure some people are like, you don't look depressed. But that's something I do to help myself feel better. So I can keep a part of my normal self going, right?
Yeah.
So force yourself to do the things you know are going to be good for you.
Yeah, that's something that you taught me, and I actually started picking up for myself too, is because we're in a state right now where we kind of roll our eyes when people do themselves up or dress up or make a, you know,
Us?
make a simple, no, generally,
us,
like
yeah.
people try to just play down. If you're feeling down, then don't dress up. And I actually realized that even for me, when I take care of myself, even if it's something just getting a fresh haircut and grooming yourself and putting on a nice outfit, I was the opposite. I was like, you know, your feelings should be intrinsic and how you feel should come from the inside, which is true. But I realized it's a collaboration between your external world and your internal world.
It is.
And if I can do something as simple as just do myself up, you know, get a haircut, look good, feel fresh, shower, I feel a lot better. I feel I feel like my mood is lifted a little bit, and that helps.
That's right.
And that actually helps the inside voices,
Yeah.
like all the negativity. So you taught me that, and that was a big one. And then for me also is just doing gratitude practices, whether it's waking up in the morning and thinking of 3 things that you're grateful for, like really grateful for.
Yeah.
Thinking about all the good things in your life.
Yeah.
Meditation, breathing, right? Just really holding on to something that makes you feel grateful for where you are at this point, because we all have challenges, and as we get older, life seems to get harder with more challenges with your kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that I do now is I separate myself. If I know that I'm not feeling well, feeling good, if I know that I'm not going to be patient, I remove myself, I excuse myself, I go upstairs, I do some work, I put on some music, so that I don't infect. I don't break, because my energy can really like affect the whole room. So I remove myself and catch my breath, and I tell you now, that's a big one too. I tell you, I'm not feeling right. I'm not feeling.
You'll just be like, I'm just gonna go do some work.
Right.
And I'm like, see you later.
I think in the early stages of our relationship, I didn't want to offend you, and then I didn't want you to think like it was you.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. So.
Which I have a tendency to feel.
Right. But now that you know, and we've been through enough times where one person is not feeling well, and we force ourselves to be around, and then I'm snappy with the kids, and I'm impatient, I'm nagging, and
then you feel bad.
And then I feel bad in the night. So I just remove myself, and you do a good job of saying, I'm gonna take the kids out.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a bit, you know, you calm down, and then when that cloud lifts, it's all good.
Sometimes you actually get mad at me because I'm like, do you need to go take a nap?
Well, yeah, that's sort of like if you're in a bad mood, be like, you look like you're in a grumpy mood.
No,
like, that'll make you feel good.
No, that's like me saying you need to remove yourself from our presence right now.
But I trust you now that you can pick up on my signs
Yeah.
too. So
Right.
So,
So
yeah.
yeah, I definitely think happiness is a skill.
happiness is a skill. So
And you just need to figure out what makes you happy
yeah,
and just check it off like a checklist, like I do. 'cause
and
that's
do the
what
things.
I do.
Yeah, and whatever it takes, well, you do what you need to do. Whether again, like if something physical, like dressing up, or going for a run, or listening to music, or dancing, or watching a movie or something, do what you need to do.
Right.
That's my piece.
Yeah,
All right,
that's good.
peace.